Hey Scentsy fans, it's Sarah from Scentsy Lynn from Scentsy with Sarah Lynn on Facebook. It has been an incredibly long day. Like, there are ever those days where you're like, I probably shouldn't have gotten out of bed today. Where I should probably go back to bed right now. Either A, before something really bad happens, or B, before I kill someone. It's been one of those days, like from start to finish. I filmed a video earlier today and it took me 170 million takes between the baby and the teenagers and the TV, the noise I was competing with. I kept losing track, and then there's a fly in the room and my cat was on my desk and he started to do that, you know, that heaving thing cats do. And I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna puke. So shortly after the cat vomit episode, my oldest daughter calls me because we have a hairless cat as well as a hairless dog. Mom, come in the bathroom, because today was also bath day for our hairless animals. Mom, come in the bathroom. There's something on Uncle Fester, who is our hairless dog. You have to come see this. Grace pulled off this big mole. I'm like, what? It was a bloody tick hanging out of the top of my dog's head. And my 14-year-old just plucked off half of it. So you can imagine how the other half of our night went. Just sheer hell. And even as I was just getting ready to do this video, I cut my finger nearly straight off on a flower arrangement. So excuse me if this is the worst video ever, because it's been the worst day ever. Just be fitting. Anyways, this evening I am trying to get in another episode of Scent Scores because people really like this little series I do, which is great. So this evening I am going to be talking about, again, this lighting is horrible, but coconut lemongrass. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you have been a subscriber before, you know that this was my go-to bar for about 7 years. So take it back to when I first discovered Scentsy, essentially by accident. I was just at my girlfriend's house. I walked in. I was like, what is that smell? I have to have it. And it wasn't coconut lemongrass. If my memory serves me correctly, it was that black raspberry vanilla, which is still hanging around, much like coconut lemongrass. It's a Scentsy staple. It's a Scentsy classic. But I just never smelled something so consistent, something so strong. I knew instantly it wasn't a candle. So she showed me what the warmer and the wax tarts were, and I was like, get it for me. Get it for me, get it for me. She's like, well, there's over 80 fragrances. You have to pick one. I'm like, what? Holy Hannah, I don't know. She's like, well, here's the website and check it out. I said, I don't have time for that. Just give me anything with coconut in it, because it was the summertime and I love coconut. So 6 of the fragrances were like coconut flower or coconut palm, coconut lemongrass, coconut cotton. Like, there was just a number of them. And to me, when she gave them to me, I was like, okay, this sounds awesome. This sounds awesome. This sounds awesome. I got to coconut lemongrass and I'm like, ew, gross. And I just skipped it. So it was the last bar that I warmed out of my first 6 Scentsy bars. So this is deadly. I absolutely love this. The scent notes say creamy tropical coconut and bright sunny lemongrass. To me, this is such a bright and refreshing scent. A lot of people associate this with a clean fragrance, and it does definitely give you that clean scent, but to me it's so much more than that. It's not like a boring typical clean scent. And don't let the lemongrass in the title turn you off. I know lots of people are curious about it, but they're like, anything with lemongrass grosses me out. To me, yes, there's lemongrass in this, for sure. But when it's warming, it's more of just like a really creamy lemon scent than it is coconut on its own or lemongrass on its own. Honestly, Scentsy does amazing blends, and this one doesn't disappoint. It's been around for several years at least, and it's still a most requested fragrance, so that says a lot. So when I became a Scentsy consultant, perhaps it was just timing, I have no idea, but there was like this buzz and this rumor that Scentsy had changed their wax tart formula. So as soon as I became a Scentsy consultant, people were like, why'd you do that? Scentsy is garbage now. I'm like, what? What do you mean Scentsy sucks? Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. They changed the formula. And several people told me, yeah, I just stopped ordering it because my wax tarts, the last ones that I ordered, they didn't have scent to them. They've changed the formula. It didn't have throw, like the complaints. And this is partially why I've started to do my scent score videos, not to downplay anybody else's personal experience. And I always apologize to people if you feel like your wax isn't giving you optimal performance. Let me know. Let's troubleshoot it and figure out what is going on with it. And I'm not by any means defending Scentsy, but to the best of my knowledge, they haven't changed anything. If anything, they've tried to improve things. Scentsy doesn't try and cut corners and jeopardize consistency and quality for the sake of what? Saving a little bit of money? Like, have you ever seen Heidi and Orville's like hangout spots? I don't think they're really hurting for money at all. So I don't think Scentsy formula has changed to cut corners or for the worst. So with coconut lemongrass, I thought this Scent Scores episode will be a true test if the formula has changed, because after 7 years of only ordering coconut lemongrass, I'll admit I definitely shortchanged myself and I missed out on probably a bajillion phenomenal scents because I was so loyal and so crazy about this fragrance. But in the meantime, I'm a coconut lemongrass pro because I've been smelling this and this only for quite some time. So I thought if they have changed the formula, I'll be able to tell with this one. So within 10 minutes of putting this in the warmer, and another quick recap for anybody who has not seen my Scent Score episodes, I'm doing a little Scentsy experiment where I put 1 cube in a 600 square foot room. It's got 2 levels, high ceilings on one side, closets, and like it's just a really dynamic space in a 25 watt warmer, which I think is pretty average. Most people have a 25 watt warmer. So I put 1 cube in for every fragrance, and then I give you my results and tell you what's up. So within 10 minutes of popping coconut lemongrass in the warmer, the smell was apparent almost instantaneous. And that's always a good sign to me because the quicker the smell, usually the stronger the fragrance is going to be. And I love my home fragrance strong. Oh, so good. So within 10 minutes, I could smell it. And this, no word of a lie, had a wicked throw to it. Like usually with Scentsy fragrances, a good throw would be 12 to 14 feet. I left my room after I put it in. I was busy here in the kitchen and I go walking back towards my room, and sure enough, by the front door, which is nowhere near the warmer in my bedroom, I could smell it near the front door. So this isn't just, 10 to 14 foot throw. We're talking 38 to 40 feet. That's crazy. This is a super, super, super performer. And it's not a heavy scent like, let's say, clothesline or apples and cinnamon sticks, where those are fragrances that do really well to combat other odors, aka our cat shitbox. I wouldn't say this is a heavy scent. It's very light, very refreshing, smells like creamy lemon, but it didn't disappoint on the performance end at all. And it's still, I fully thought that perhaps I might be sick of this now that I've experienced so many other scents, and because I had only stuck with this one for so long. But right away I remembered why I loved it. It is such a phenomenal, refreshing scent. It's a top performer, not super heavy, but beautiful. I don't recommend warming this in the bedroom because it's got just this really, I don't know, refreshing scent to it. So I found that while I had it on at night, I was kind of tossing and turning because it's got this not so relaxing smell to it. It's like, it smells clean, it smells bright, it smells cheery. I want to get up and, you know, sweep my floors or something. So it's not a relaxing bedroom scent. I would warm this in pretty much any other room in my house than my bedroom. Just so happens I do my scent score observations in that room. So it is what it is, folks. But one cube lasted me a total of 26 hours in a 25-watt warmer. So that's phenomenal. 8 cubes times 26, we're talking 208 hours total in this clamshell of home fragrance. To me, that's phenomenal. I don't know if it's actually printed anywhere in any of Scentsy's books, but from what I remember in our consultant guide and just from all of the consultant groups that I'm in on Facebook or what have you, we always say that these bars last anywhere between 80 to 100 hours, some of them even 120. This one at 26 hours per cube, that's 208 hours of home fragrance, and Scentsy usually only promises you 80 to 120. So for people who say that the formula changed or Scentsy's cutting corners or it's not as good as it used to be, I beg to differ just because this is double the amount of home fragrance Scentsy promises you right off the hop. So I'd say like a minimum of 80 to 100 hours on certain scents. But that is also the reason behind me doing my scent scores, is because I'm trying to show consumers that every fragrance is different and the bars are going to perform differently based on fragrance. You can't expect one fragrance to be as strong as, say, grapefruit, you know? So every fragrance is different, it's going to perform differently, and it doesn't necessarily mean that Scentsy as a company has changed their formulas or slacking on quality control. I think it just varies depending on the bar. So that's about it. This is my scent score episode for coconut lemongrass. If you haven't tried this one, definitely pick it up. I promise you won't regret it. It's beautiful. It's an amazing scent. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, and yeah, I look forward to making you more videos in the near future. Bye.